Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jordan Love, Week 12, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Jordan Love, Week 12, the Pack beaten down a depleted 49ers team. I don't care. We're going out there watching some high-level offense. Again, I feel like I've said this many times, but Matt LaFleur, absolutely in his bag as a play caller, offensive architect. Love to watch this offense operate. 3rd and 4 here. We're starting a 2x2. We're going to get to 3x1 bunch. You can see the adjustment from the 49ers, or the pseudo adjustment. 2x2, 3x1. They're going to come down here and press the number 1 to the bottom. Well, that's great. Okay, you can see this side making the adjustment defensively, come down here and press, kick back to safety. Nothing happens over here. This can't be what we're trying to do when we go from a simple 2x2 to 3x1. And then we come out and just run somebody to the corner, somebody to the flat, and the tight end on a little like choice pivot right here. And I mean, this is an easy first down. That's stealing in the league on 3rd and 4. This is an easy big shot opportunity. It should not be this easy. I don't care if you got the JV squad out there. That is stealing. I mean, by 5 yards on a 3rd and 4, he's running at the sticks. Then watch the corner pop from Watson. I mean, everything's open. You get a first down. You get a first down. Way too easy. Nice job operating here from Love. Smooth, ball out quick, decisive, easy first down. Let's go. Next one here, 1st and 20 after a penalty. We are going to hit 11 down here on what I'm used to calling a rail. Now, again, I love the design. Shift. Illegal motion, hit the rail out the backfield, get the pick on the nickel. Beautiful job from Jordan Love getting this thing up and down before a big collision. But again, this is design, y'all. We are popping easy completions, easy shots down the field here. Little play action, boom, put it on him. Can't get it on him fast enough. Thank you, easy. So first here, watch the shift. So go from 3x1 to 2x1, kind of split back look. And then we're going to get away with an illegal motion. Yeah, it is my opinion, but it's also a fact. This thing is going CFL here. Now, the thing to pay attention to here, right here. So as he's running his route, whatever the hell this is supposed to be, he's going to run right through the nickel. So this collision here, as we go with him in man coverage, this is just too easy. So then we get this rail out the backfield. And again, the only reason it's not a better play is because we don't put it on him fast enough, because we've got to make this like faux fake, and that fake allows this thing to be just a little bit long as far as being able to just catch and throw it like an old school bullet. So again, first thing here, let's watch the motion. Whoop. Looks like he's going for 2 there. A little Southern Hemisphere double. Then let's watch the route down here at the bottom for the pick. Boop. Thank you. Right into your chest. Step on your toe too. I don't see guys usually quit mid-play because their foot gets stepped on, but there you go. And it turns into a big chunk. It's 1st and 20. We just got a bunch of it back by throwing in basically an uncovered wheel. So again, with the shift, okay, go to school on the motion. With the shift, who goes with him? You see 2 tracking him, right? That's the guy who gets picked. Motion, pick, dink, thank you. Up and down, nice catch, collision. 2nd and medium. Next one here, 2nd and 7 from the 11. We're going to get a touchdown pass screen to the tight end. Now, first of all, I love screens inside the red zone for easy touchdown passes. Okay, there's some great effort here at the end of this thing from the tight end for sure. But this, again, to me, is excellent design. Now, it's also a really cool throw from Jordan Love here to kind of find the angle. Watch him drop it down. Got somebody right in his lap. I mean, right in his lap. Find the lane, put it on him, nice firm throw, go run through some collisions, touchdown. Now, what I really love about this play is 2 different things. So one of my issues oftentimes with screens is what do you do versus a hot? Now, again, I don't know exactly how they're coaching or teaching this, but to me, this is stick with the tight end screen. So do they call this, a PSO? I don't know. To me, could we throw this if we wanted to? Could we throw this if we're hot? I would imagine yes, just with the effort that we're getting here. These look like real routes to me. Okay, so that's the part that I like as far as the combination of the play, taking advantage of the horizontal stretch of the field with the tight end in the middle. The other part that I love about this play, and this to me is the details. This is the difference. So this in and of itself is a cool play. The detail that I love here is the back. So when the back gets out of here and you see that take a linebacker, so it's going to take one of these second level players and he's going to chase the back. That detail eliminates a backer from being able to tackle the screen, right? So you're intentionally designing someone potentially out of there in man or match to have a better opportunity to score. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is just watch the effort down here to the bottom with the stick. To me, those guys are running to win. Those aren't faux routes. And that pulls 3 defenders. Right? Then let's watch the back. Running that rail out of there. That pulls another linebacker. Now we've got that tight end for the screen. We got one guy to block him, right tackle out, cover him up, run through some collisions, and it's a beautiful touchdown. So it's all those elements. It's not just, hey, let's call tight end screen. Good chance to score. It's stick, the backs route, the arm angle, the effort. It's an awesome play. Next one here, 3rd and 11. We're going to attack the middle of the field, deep in down here to the bottom. Now it's a very nice hookup. 3rd and long to get that much space on the logo. Big chunk play. Absolutely outstanding. I think what makes it even more impressive to me is that it's 3rd down. You're going to get a bit of an exotic look here, and we're going to talk about exactly how they get there. But these non-traditional Tampas out of disguise are tough looks, especially when you're dealing with some Avengers on the defensive side of it. Now, they don't have all their Avengers, but they've got one. So for me here, this look is trying to showcase zero, right? Birds on a fence, trying to look like zero. It's 3rd and forever. We do not get zero. What we end up getting is what I'm used to calling non-traditional Tampa. So we're to the half field, and we are asking our all-world linebacker to run to the middle of the field. So it presents like zero, and they get out to Tampa. We've got the perfect route called here. Okay? There's all sorts of space in the middle of the field. That part of it is outstanding. I think the other thing to pay attention to is just scheme-wise, right? Like the league is a matchup league. Most times, anytime a linebacker is standing on the line of scrimmage to a guy who's not going to be a Hall of Famer, and he's got to cover the middle of the field, and we have an NFL wide receiver running down the middle of the field, I would say that's almost always the throw. That's not the throw here. Okay, so that's the part I want us to watch. So first, let's just watch the shell, how it unfolds into non-traditional Tampa. That just means they're playing Tampa from a not the normal 2 safety look. So they rotate to the field. You see Fred Warner run with the vertical of the number 2, an NFL wide receiver. Again, I would say many people would want this look versus anybody but this guy. And even then, part of me wants to throw it. But this is absolutely a better decision. You can see him coming out of it. You can see all the space. I mean, that is a lot of space. This guy's really not there because he's running through it like this. It's really this much space out there. So we're able to throw that thing right into a Tesla Cybertruck. Just put it right on him. Boop. And that is a big, big chunk on 3rd and forever. Just a lot of space in zone coverage. They hit a few really nice ins in this game, but this is just decisive, clean, ball out, rip it. Big, big chunk, 1st and 10. Next one here, another 3rd down, 3rd and 5. This time we're going to hit Dobbs going across in motion. I'm used to calling this a short post. This is against Tampa again. I'm going to show the detail of what I'm used to calling a 2 gather or a shallow gather from 85. He's got a really important route on this play. Again, there's lots of different ways to do it. I think the timing and precision is locked in right here. I personally used to prefer this with a switch release. So I'll pause it here right at the start. So short post to me is just kind of like an extended slant, and we're into that. This is the route that I think is super important on this play. I'm used to calling it a two gather. I've heard some people refer to it as a shallow gather. He's essentially running a shallow across the field, but it's not just running the route. You're running to try to occupy the inside zone defender. So you want him to think that you're running at him to occupy him and then come across, because we cannot have this guy just jump into the short post lane. So it's really about, can we control this player? We want to run someone right at him and then across so that we can fit this thing in right behind him. And again, the way that I used to prefer it was with a switch release, where he would be the outside guy and the guy coming in motion, or even if he was static, would be inside, and then it would be here across, and you would switch it like that. But again, lots of different ways to do it. No one way to do it, but let's really watch that tight end route on that shallow gather to occupy the backer. And you can see how he just kind of runs at him, make just a little bit of eye contact to hold him right there, and then across. And that maintains the window for us to go rip it into a cloud corner. So cross. And I mean, you could even make the argument that the tight end could get a little bit deeper. He's essentially doing that at the line of scrimmage, 2 yards pass, but still it creates just enough window, and the precision, the timing, the rhythm that Love and Dobbs are hooked up with on this thing make this thing go. So again, watch 85 go right at the backer right there to hold him, and then boom, ball out. Right on him, fastball, first down, let's go. Next one here, another third down. Another one to Dobbs down here to the bottom. He's the number 2. I'm going to call this a choice route. I love the route here from 87. And so oftentimes with choices, kind of the day one learning will be to run away from leverage. I think this is also a very impressive throw from Love, because we've got our center taking a huge L right in our lap, getting dump trucked. We've got a lot of white jerseys right in our face. We can't get through the throw, and he puts it right on him. So it's a very impressive throw from Love to deal with that kind of traffic. But the route down here for me is really impressive. And so I call this a choice because oftentimes these choices are paired with sevens or corners. And so a choice to me is just an option route. Every team's going to do this a little bit different. Versus zone, you can come up, settle up. You can usually run in, out, and some teams allow you to take it to the post. Now, this is kind of a tweener route for me. But I think the day one learning here is, as you come out in man coverage, most teams will say run away from leverage. So if you get inside leverage here, you will want to run out. But that's what the defense wants you to do as well. If you get outside leverage here, most teams will say run in. Okay, but the big plays, okay, the best plays, in my opinion, on these options are when you cross the defense's technique. So if they're sitting inside of you, as you kind of tailpipe or trail this 7 on his release, so he's essentially running a clear for you. You're coming right off his wind. If the defender's inside, if you can cross him, so think he's going out and then cross him back, those are usually the big plays. And on 3rd and 10 to throw an option, for me, we're going to need a little bit of a big play. So I just really love the patience, the detail, the hookup down here to the bottom on this kind of route, crossing the technique. And again, for me, he's inside of him right there. So he's thinking outside, 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 and then cross him. Whoop, and got him. And you can see Zeros thinking the same thing too. So got him. On him. Make somebody miss. First down. Hell yeah. To be able to call choices like this and execute like this with this kind of pass pro, where you're taking a huge car accident right in front of you, dump truck, and you run in a stunt right into your lap. It's a white tidal wave right in front of you. Can't get through the throw. Trust Dobbs to win. Put it on him. First down. Hell yes. Next one here, man. This one is rough. 36 seconds left to go in the second quarter, first half. We're going to get Watson up top, one-on-one with a best release go. I mean, this is a beautiful route. Best release. He inside releases, catch middle field close, safety coming from the far side, gap him by yards. It's a perfect throw. Hits him on the damn face, and we can't hook it up. I mean, honestly, I feel sick for wide receiver in this situation. That is a perfect throw. Oh my God. You got surrender cobras all over down there. And again, the thing that I love about this is that it's a best release. So he could go outside or he could go inside. But if you go inside, you got to get back up and stack that thing for us. And again, the safety is coming from the far side. This is a pitcher premium look. It is a big time throw. Puts it right where it's got to be, right before the half to get this kind of chunk opportunity. 5-step, hitch, rhythm. I mean, again, there are so many things to like here. Everything except the final catch. I mean, that thing is perfect. Walk in. And to not hook it up, but then to also beat the brakes off someone by 28 points when you leave this out there before half. Oh my goodness. All right, into the second half here. This thing goes a little bit off the rails for me. And so this first one down here to the bottom, I'm used to calling dragon, slant, flat, West Coast world. This really could and potentially should be an interception. Now, is this a terrible throw? I don't really think it is. I think it's kind of on his back number. Comes off with dog ears there. Definitely not necessarily the spiral we're looking for, but that's not a terrible throw. It easily could be an interception, though. Get a little unlucky 49ers-wise tip. But for me here, this is more almost just a predetermined decision. So to me, slant, flat. Now this slant is usually a 3-step slant. So inside foot up, 1, 2, 3. And as you come in here, you're taking an angle to beat the corner. But the thing here that's kind of goes unsaid, just because you don't see it very often, is this guy, whether he has the flat or he has the flat as a zone, if he goes over the slant, you really just want to raise up and put it on him. There's no reason to fight that. This is easy. So again, let me say that again. This player right here, if he goes over the slant, so his path to tackle the flat is there, just raise up and throw the flat. It shouldn't be that muddy if it's 2 over 2. If he's underneath, or man, and he's going to clear out of there and it's going to be a big ass window for us to put it in, great. Take the slant. For sure, I prefer the slant over the flat. We're calling it for the slant. But again, this to me is unnecessarily muddy. And again, feels just slightly predetermined from Jordan. So you can see 87 come in there and be like, oh shit, he's right there. Like run around him. But Love's already throwing it. Right? Like he's already throwing the slant. As opposed to coming out here, seeing it. And again, man, I'm a broken record with this, but I would prefer 1 step. Okay, he's going 2-step and holding his eyes down the middle, so he doesn't really see it. He knows where he's going pre-snap, as opposed to having an idea pre-snap, verifying post, and ripping it. And that's why some of these plays look a little bit like he's living on the edge, because he kind of is living on the edge. See him hold to the left? So hold, left, right. Okay, we're not worried about, we're not hodling here. Okay, just get your ass to look over to the slant, put it on him, see it. And again, at the end of the day, it's still right there. Now, you're catching a knuckleball. It's like catching a medicine ball. Bam! And again, a little lucky. That could easily turn into an interception. It's not. Live to fight another day. Next one here. Another, what I would classify as pretty lucky throw. Could easily be an interception. Down here to the bottom. Jordan Love's just not going to see the flat defender. 27 is going to squeeze. Really should and could pick this thing off. You know what I'm going to say, right? Like if he could catch, he'd be playing offense. But we've got to be able to see this. Again, it feels predetermined. It feels like he just thinks, oh, I'm going to throw it over the linebacker. And the flat defender's standing there. And again, it'd be a nice catch. But Watson's playing defense there. I mean, that is tough. So again, whether, I'm not sure I watch enough of the Packers to know if he lives in a predetermined world, but some of these throws that look so muddy to me that they definitely could be interceptions. I personally just feel like he's predetermining where he's going to go, because there's no way that you can let the flat defender pick off what ends up turning into the inside curl. Like, this is the guy who comes back, and I think it makes it even worse where we're out without us knowing what the read is. Just the timing of this thing looks like this. And so when you see the number 2 standing back there all by himself, just don't force it. We don't have to force it, especially in a game like this. You don't have to force it. Don't live on the edge like this. It feels like even though it didn't come back to bite them in this game, you're just playing with fire here. So again, that to me is crazy muddy to the bottom. Now, the other thing about this, and I praise the play design early. If you're worried about the flat defender on this throw, I prefer this to turn into like a comeback or a hinge or something in the flat where you could kind of say 1 to 2 and stay on the same side. And if that flat defender buzzes on the inside, then you just come out to the same play side. So maybe the design elements here could help us. But regardless of my design complaints, this is a force. This is turnover worthy-ish throw. And again, just look up top at the swirl or the 7 stop, corner stop up top. See how it times out? So no 1 down here to the bottom. Yes, 2 up top. And again, I prefer those guys to turn outside on those routes, but whatever. Next one, 3rd and 3, 4th quarter, up 14. We're going to take a sack here and really get lucky. This could easily be a strip sack fumble. Okay, there's nothing really there timing-wise for me where his eyes are. Now, could you say, hey, could we get through the read and potentially get it to the basic or get it to the back on a check down? For sure, absolutely. But the ball security at the end of this thing, his eyes, the speed at which he's playing through this read, to me, he just gets hung up. He's just slightly predetermined, like he's staring at the 1 and the 2, whether it be the little arrow flat or the corner. 13's not there. The corner's probably not there. Get through the read. You got the back, you got the basic, take off and run. But at a minimum, once you're here, that ball is coming out. I mean, that thing is fluttering around. So again, just a little fortunate. Could have definitely had a number of turnovers in this one. And again, I'm not saying that I know exactly where the ball should go on this play, but I can tell you that this isn't there. The corner doesn't look like it's there. Maybe the basic is coming open late. Maybe you could get through the read and get all the way to the check down faster. Okay, either one of those, to me, are good options. He probably doesn't have time to do that, at least with the way that he's sticking on those early reads. So, does his footwork as far as the hitches allow him to get through a 3 read? 1 hitch. 2, 3. Yeah, I think he could get it to the check down. So up top, 1, 2, 3, check down. And again, is the check down going to get a first down? Who knows? He's going to have to make somebody miss, but I'll take my chances rather than a sack, potential strip sack there. Get a little fortunate that we even hold on to the ball. So nice job holding on to the ball. Get through the read. Don't predetermine where it's going. Don't get hung up on something. Get it to your check down. Find a way to protect the ball. Nice job holding on to it. But you get a turnover here. They go down and score. Now it's a 7-point game. This whole thing's a totally different story. And again, the difference is this right here. Boop, and it goes right back into your hand. You got to catch it 3 times. So again, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the fact that there were some really nice plays early on in this thing, and then this thing got sloppy, and we got a little fortunate. And when it goes your way, no big deal. Next one here, 2nd and 11. We're going to rip a big in down here to the new number 1 off a little whirly bird play action. I love this design. Great job finding the in. The in is definitely more open. I think he probably has the tight end too on the robot from the linebacker with his back turn. But there's a lot to love about this design, and I'll talk exactly about it. But Jordan Love goes 1 to 2, throws it to a wide open in for a beautiful chunk on 2nd and long. Just a lot of space in the middle of the field here. So first, let's just appreciate the design. So we get the motion, and we're coming back across. We're going to fake it here, right? So we're faking this action with the lead blocker. This is going to turn into a balloon check down, that kind of one-man screen over here. Then with the routes here, we're going to get that little crosser, and we're going to get the in. And again, do I think he could throw it here? Maybe. I don't. It's definitely more covered than the in, but he's turning his back and running, and that's not Fred Warner. Okay, so I wouldn't be mad if he threw it here. Again, it's more open to the in, but you can see the intent of this. And then if you don't like the crosser, the in, you've got the wide receiver down here on the balloon check down. So crosser, in, hell yeah. I mean, look at the space on the logo. Just the logo open all day. And then if it wasn't there, you've got the check down here to the bottom with a personal protector. So just a beautiful job here of scheming them up, creating all sorts of holes in their zone coverage, manipulating it with the play action, giving us multiple winners, multiple opportunities. And you can see 59 turn and robot right there. Again, that's open in the league. Okay, you don't like it? Don't throw it. The in is just as good, if not better. Wide open, big chunk, hell yeah. Next one here, 2nd and 3 touchdown pass. I love this kind of pass. I think of this as like an Aaron Rodgers specialty throw. You know, he kind of made this go in the league where you would have these fade or slant or quick throws to get all these easy touchdown passes down in the red zone. This is a great job from Love. Liking the matchup, beautiful touch throw, up and down, doesn't have a lot of room to work with. You know, you're living on the edge a little bit with the right guard getting down the field, especially in the league here. But to me, this is what I'm used to calling a PRO. You know, a lot of teams probably just call it an RPO. I just call it a PRO because of the syntax here. The pass happens before the run. So do we like this matchup? Press versus the matchup we want? If yes, throw it. He's empowered to make that kind of read. This is how you get a lot of touchdown passes. Excellent job. It's a beautiful throw, a little 1-2 footwork under center. 1-2, ball out. And again, if it wasn't there, you know, I don't think the run scores, so probably a good decision. 1-2, beautiful touch. Put it right there. Nice job, big body in him. Touchdown pass. Make this thing, put a stamp on this thing. Just a beautiful job, left, right. I love, again, the thing I've always appreciated about this Green Bay offense is that not only the creativity, but the empowerment of the quarterback to be able to take these touchdown passes, feed those guys on the perimeter. And again, that's a perfect throw. That's excellent. Hell yeah. So that is a wrap. Jordan Love, week 12. I thought a pretty nice performance. They obviously took it to the 49ers on a number of different levels, but I thought Jordan Love early on, the play calling, Jordan Love locked in as far as accuracy, timing. I always appreciate the rhythm, the way that LaFleur is able to pop guys open, make things easy for Jordan Love. I thought as he got into the second half, things became a little bit difficult, a little bit forced, got a little bit gnarly there, a few different plays in a row. I tried to kind of showcase the ability to just kind of take what's there, don't predetermine it, get through a read, don't hold on to it, maybe get to the check down a few more times to just stay in the flow of that thing. But overall, I mean, I just really enjoy watching this offense. I really do. I think the play design, the play calling, the overlapping, the ability to interweave shifts, motions, play passes, pop guys open, and the arm talent, the rhythm, and the perimeter talent make this offense just a blast to watch. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.